The Hell Train. Calling it one arc is a bit of a stretch, given that it is made up of about 50 million individual smaller arcs, but we're going to talk about the Hell Train as a whole here. But before we get into this video, yes, I'm going to keep doing this, even though at this point I have no idea how successful it's going to be. It probably won't be successful at all, but I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, but we're going to duke it out in the honourable combat known as Rock, Paper, Scissors. Bloody hell, that was scuffed as fuck. If you lose Rock, Paper, Scissors, you are honor bound to subscribe, and if you win, well, hope you'll catch you next time. It'll be on shoot. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. If you lost to this pre-recorded video, you have to subscribe. And I'm very sorry for your loss. Anyway, enough fucking around. Let's talk about the Hell Train. Right, so, is the Hell Train good in terms of, like, for the story? Was the Hell Train, like, healthy for the story in what it did and what it has achieved? Well, let's think about it like this. It skipped a metric fuckload of flaws of the tower. In terms of the world, like the flaws on the tower, it has a negative effect. We get less world building for each individual flaw. However, during the Hell Train, we get a metric shitload of world building in general, with stuff like specifically everything that happens on the Hell Train. The Floor of Death, where we learn so fucking much about the world, not even just present day, but in the past, and what went on with Jihad in his initial climb. But also everything that's going on with that floor, Enryu, introducing him as a character, Balm's backstory. The data floor doesn't really count because it doesn't fucking exist anymore, given what happens in the arc. But then you also have the last station, and what happens there. You also have the name hunt station, and how that's got its entire system, which is effectively slavery. It's overall, I'd say, a net positive in terms of world building. Yes, we do lose some stuff that we could have had. However, I do think it's beneficial in the long run. Now, is the Hell Train too fucking long? Maybe. The Hell Train is really long. It is the entire last, like, what feels like over half of Season 2, when you had something that was the Workshop Battle, which was, like, a really hefty, big arc that is just dwarfed by the Hell Train in its entirety. It's kind of puts into perspective that maybe the Hell Train as a whole, like, section of the story, it almost feels like an entire separate, like... So you've got Tower of God Season 1, which was all pretty much in this one area. You know, you've got the Floor of Tests and all that. That's Season 1. Season 2 feels like it's broken into two parts. You've got Season 2 and Season 2.5, and 0.5 is, like, the Hell Train. You know how you got, like, Attack on Titan Season 3, where it has the two halves? The second half of Season 2 is just entirely the Hell Train. That's what it feels like, and I'm pretty sure it is, if not more than half of it is the Hell Train. So in terms of, like, stuff, the Hell Train is pretty fucking long. Is it too long? I'd argue not, given that we do get a pretty hefty variety of stuff happening during the Hell Train. Like I've already said, we also, you know, with the flaws and stuff, but we also have Revolution Road, which I think dragged on a little bit too much. Of all the arcs, I think that one was my least favorite in terms of how long it went. There were some good parts to it, like, don't get me wrong. I just think it dragged on for a little bit too long in the grand scheme of things, especially when you think of some of the more interesting stuff we could have gotten instead of spending more time during Revolution Road. Then there was the Dallas show. Well, that was one part of, like, the game section that happened. That was pretty cool. I did enjoy that because we got to see Balm kind of fight White, albeit they didn't fight properly. It was only a small skirmish where the final clone, whose actual name I have since forgotten because she hasn't popped up yet, but I do believe I know what is happening with her in Season 3 so far. But obviously she gives Balm the souls, and Balm now has them, which he then uses to beat White, which has now given Balm another power source, which moves on to the primary like function of what the Hell Train is in terms of the story. A huge skip and power boost for Balm. And in terms of succeeding in doing that, yes, it definitely does succeed in making Balm a lot stronger, and also progressing the story in, you know, up the tower, which is obviously the primary goal, is to climb the tower and get to Jihad. But with making Balm more powerful, it definitely fucking succeeds, because he is a lot stronger at the end of the Hell Train than he is at the start, even before Evan-Kil's training, which goes into start Season 3, so we're not talking about that here. We're just talking about what happens during the Hell Train. Do I consider the last station a part of the Hell Train? Yeah, because it's the last station of the Hell Train. So I guess you can include what happens there with him getting the second Dawn as well, and using it, or attempting to, and him absorbing the Black March. A whole lot of things happen to make Balm a lot stronger during the entirety of the Hell Train. With you've got the Rice Pot, all like 3 times he's in there. Once with Edwan, twice with the giant guy. I forgot what the Guardians, the God guy, God of Guardians. That's his name. Where he's with him twice and has the Rice Pot with him twice, and has once with Edwan on the data floor. He does get a lot of like you could argue cheats, Deus Ex Machina skips, but whatever. It is what it is. It is this kind of story, so you can't really be too surprised when we get like lots of training happen at once that isn't really training. It just kind of, here you go, have some power. But we do get training at least off screen at the end of Season 2. But again, it's also off screen. But we do get some on-screen training with where we're introduced to I can't remember what they're fucking called, but how Balm has an orb, Kun has ice, Rak has rocks, that thing with Shinsu. That's introduced, and obviously so we get more development on Shinsu. So actually I'd say that in terms of the Hell Train, it is a pretty big net positive in terms of world building for the whole of the story, even if we do lose out on stuff like floor specific stuff, the floors that are skipped on the whole ride of the Hell Train. But yeah, this, like the Hell Train, I do think overall is pretty good. It definitely has its low points, like I've mentioned in my videos talking about the arcs of Season 2. Primarily, we have the data flow, which I think is kind of shit up until the training and the Balm Jahad fight. And with the Floor of Death, that itself has its highs and lows. It has a very good high. Again, there's 2 arcs to the Hell Train that both are outside of the Hell Train on specific floors that I think are the 2 weakest points of the Hell Train, but at the same time have some of the best parts of it. You have the Balm vs Jahad fight, you have Balm's backstory. So, the Hell Train overall I do think is pretty decent. It has highs, it has lows, but every arc in a story every story will have arcs that are bad and will have arcs that are good. Like I've heard about Season 3 so far, is it has definitely got its high points and low points, and I'm looking forward to experiencing all of that myself in my videos that I'm making, reading the chapters. I believe by the time you're seeing this, I'll put up my 3rd one of them. This will probably be up on a Wednesday, I think. So the month of Tower of God is... I say month of Tower of God, it's not going to be entirely Tower of God, hence... my first 2 videos of this month weren't even Tower of God related. But it's going to be kind of like this, where I'm putting out like more Tower of God than anything else, but I'll be doing everything, normal, but with a splash of more Tower of God in there, I guess. I've been rambling a lot this video, but I just kind of wanted to talk about the Hell Train, like some of my thoughts on it, and like splurge them out there. I haven't probably covered everything I want to say about the Hell Train, but maybe I'll talk about more of it when I cover individual arcs in more detail. Maybe I'll do a video on like which arcs I think are the best for Season 2, and then I'll talk about the Hell Train in more detail. Well, not more detail, but like maybe cover some more of the things I have to say about it there. Let me know if you want to see a video like that, my favourite arcs of Season 2 in the comments below. Yeah, leave a like, hit the notification bell. You can always change your mind later on, I won't hold you to anything. And with all that said, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope you see you next time for another video. Ta-ta, for now.